LEA president. And I would like to, if I have LEA members in the audience, please stand up so I can introduce you as well, since we're the ones that are hosting this. I want to kind of introduce everybody else. LEA executive team. You're not just a duty, you are part of it too, okay? So we have Kathy Bollin in the front. She's one of our executive members. Angie Troutridge in the back, she's one of our executive members. And Libby Stevenson will be here momentarily. She is cross country with her son Maverick, so give her a round of applause too. Okay, we also want to thank LHS for hosting the LEA forum. I want to introduce our moderators. We have Emily Arajo and Kaylee Ford. We have our timekeeper, Bain Yoakum. And also Blake Canary, who will be doing sound and some recording for us. Alright, so some rules and guidelines for the candidates. You will have a time limit. Each candidate is typically given 2 minutes for an opening introduction and their questions. The timekeeper will hold a sign for 1 minute, 30 seconds, and a stop sign when it's time to stop.
Sorry, for the introduction, they get 3 minutes.
Sorry, three minutes, I apologize. 3 minutes for the introduction, 2 minutes for all following questions. I want to state it is all candidates have an equal opportunity and a chance to introduce themselves and be given the same amount of time for the questions. Amy McGeorge is also a candidate and was planning to attend today. However, she is now ill and is not able to make it. Other candidates, Amy Cawvey, April Cromer, and Mary Wood, did not RSVP to attend. I would like everyone to respect forum structure, so begin speaking only when invited by the moderators. They will pass the mic down when it is your turn. And stop as promptly as possible when your time is called. For the audience, please show respect. Listen quietly during introductions. No loud cheering, clapping, or interruptions. And please silence your cell phones and electronic devices. Keep the environment neutral and welcoming for all candidates. Respect the moderator's instructions about timing, order, and when audience participation, if any, will occur. Do not call out or attempt to engage directly with candidates during introductions. Remember that this is an informational event, not a rally or a debate. And the goal is to learn about each candidate's background and priorities in a calm, respectful setting. With that being said, let the forum begin.
Kathy, this is just
an introduction.
Amanda, I'm sorry. Just our name, or you want our introduction now too?
Just your introduction, yeah.
Okay. My name's Jackie Kennedy. I'd like to thank LEA and the high school students for taking time to host the candidate event. I've been a resident of Lansing since 2005. My family first came to Lansing for CGSC in 2001, and we decided to come back and make this our home. My husband retired from the Army in 2009. Both of our children are Lansing graduates. Our youngest is a Fruit Loop kid, graduating in 24, and our oldest started at Lansing as a first grader. She graduated in 2017. I was an active volunteer when my kids were in school, but now I'm currently an alumni parent. I earned my bachelor's of arts degree in English with a minor in psychology from Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina. I went on to earn my Master of Science in a dual track of substance abuse counseling and rehabilitation counseling. I'm seeking a seat on the Board of Education because I love our school system and I'm eager to continue serving my community. The schools attracted us to Lansing and my kids receive great educations here. We have some important issues that need to be addressed, which many are outlined in the questions that you guys are asking tonight. I believe that addressing those issues will help maintain Lansing as the place to raise a family.
Good evening, my name is Greg Penfield. First off, thanks so much to the Lansing Education Association for hosting the event. Thanks to the moderators as well for taking time. And thanks to you, the audience, for being here to hear our positions and listen to the candidates. So my family and I have been in the Leavenworth, Lansing area since 2008. We got stationed at Fort Leavenworth right after my first combat deployment, and frankly, the family has never left since then. I had multiple assignments at Fort Leavenworth, 3 additional combat tours, and then a year away at the War College before I retired in 2018, and then we decided we were going to make Lansing our home, and we built a house in this community. I was a volunteer coach and baseball umpire for Leavenworth Parks and Recs for several years, pro bono umpire for the Lansing American Legion Baseball for 10. I am the voice of the Lions, supporting our student athletes in multiple sports. Our daughter Aubrey graduated from Lansing High School in 2020. She's an Oklahoma State grad and is now in graduate school at Rockhurst University for speech pathology. Our son and daughter-in-law, also Oklahoma State graduates, live in Leavenworth and with our 2 grandchildren. My wife Kelly and I are Oklahoma State graduates, and I have a bachelor's degree in economics, a master's degree in management leadership, one in national security policy, and I have a postgraduate degree in higher education administration. I have extensive personal and professional experience to support my ability to serve the school district and the district with honor and distinction. I have served over 35 years in a profession that requires astute judgment, critical thinking, and developing solutions under challenging circumstances. I've led organizations all the way up to 350 people with different experiences, requiring a comprehensive application of leadership styles. My current position is the Assistant Dean of Academics at the Command General Staff College. It includes responsibility for faculty development, linking assessment of student learning outcomes with accreditation, and leading strategic and innovative projects. I'm running as an independent candidate for USD Board 469 Board of Education because I believe in our Lansing schools and the power of public education. Strong Lansing public schools are the foundation for this community's vitality and future success. Our district deserves thoughtful, informed, and nonpartisan leadership. A leader who will show up to listen, respect educators, keep the focus on student learning, and solve problems in a way that strengthens our entire community. I am that leader. I want USD 469 to be the educational district of choice for students, parents, teachers, and our community. Thanks so much. Look forward to the questions.
Hello, I'm Jeff Bollin, and to echo what they said, I'd like to thank LEA and everyone here tonight to make this forum possible. So a little bit about myself. I'm a lifelong resident of Leavenworth County. I was born and raised here. I'm a year 2000 graduate of Pleasant Ridge High School. After graduation, I attended North Central Kansas Technical College, where I achieved an associate's degree and also a certificate in heavy equipment operation. From then, I started my career with the local company Lexico in 2001. I'd like to say I started from the ground and worked my way up because I started in the trenches and running heavy equipment for many years. 2014, I became a project superintendent for the company, and then in 2022, I moved up to a project manager. So I've had a lot of different instances and experiences working with people one-on-one, managing crews, and then currently managing multi-million-dollar projects. Me and my wife and family, we lived in the Easton District. Our kids started school there, and then we were looking for a more rigorous education for them. And that's where we chose to come back to Lansing, as my wife was a graduate from here, and that also helped make our decision to come back here. We have 2 students currently in school. They're both in high school and doing extremely well. Couldn't be happier with the education they've received while here. I lost my train of thought there. My wife also currently works for the district in the business office. I'm sure many of you know her. Like I said, I'm a current board member seeking re-election, and as my time on the board, I've held a leadership role on the board for 3 years, vice president for 1 and president for 2 years. During my time serving as president, the district went through many challenges that some boards never face. We helped develop a strategic plan for the district, and we also went through a superintendent hiring process. Both of those items, a lot of boards never face those issues or never go through the development process involved with that. I'm seeking re-election. A lot of the issues when I ran the first time were maintenance, and I'm a big advocate for the special education program. And I feel like that I have unfinished business to where I'd like to see Lansing at the end. So that are the two main reasons why I'm running for re-election. And I appreciate all your support. Thank you.
First question. As you know, this candidate forum is being hosted by LEA. What is your understanding of Lansing Education Association?
The Lansing Education Association is our local chapter of the Kansas National Education Association. Teachers can choose to be members, and the LEA really serves as the voice of our educators when it comes to working conditions and professional support. They also represent teachers on the negotiations team that work with the district each year to develop the negotiated agreement. I value their collaboration. When teachers and district leaders are working together, it benefits everyone, including our students.
The Lansing Education Association is an advocacy organization comprised of teachers, led by teachers, and they're focused on the district's teachers' concerns and interests. The LEA is the bargaining agent in teacher negotiations, and they represent all teachers, not just members of the LEA. The LEA is also an independent body that is not beholden to any national or state teacher association. The LEA is an independent body that can focus on our district teachers, and they are a great partner in our district.
So the Lansing Education Association, like already mentioned, is our local education association underneath KNEA, which KNEA is underneath the National Teachers Union. Their main primary purpose in dealings with the board is that we handle negotiations through the NEA reps, or LEA reps, and they are a vital part of those negotiations, and not just for the LEA members, but for every member of the district. Negotiating salaries and the whole collective bargaining process involved with benefits and everything else that is provided for the staff.
What do you consider the biggest challenge public schools are currently facing? What are your thoughts on how our district will overcome this challenge?
All right, there are several challenges, but also with challenges come opportunities. So we're going to talk about teacher recruitment, morale, and attention later. So I'm going to talk first about questionable trust in public education. As a strong advocate for public education, I'm increasingly concerned with the rhetoric which diminishes the recognition that public schools are an integral part of our community. An investment in publication is an investment in our children's future, supports our home valuations, and increases a desire to others to make Lansing a community of choice. So one of the factors associated with that is continued discussion about student achievement. So there are lots of discussions about the district state assessment results, with equal misconceptions about what those results really mean. The state assessment is a single set of annual tests. That's one data point among many factors to assess the health of the district. The results by themselves do not indicate failure, but instead help guide schools where to put scarce resources towards improvements. I say we commit resources to those areas for improvement and also reinforce our success. And that's why I can get to this challenge as an opportunity. Our district demonstrated significant improvement on the last state assessment, but that's tied directly to other indicators and data points. Formative and summative assessments at the grade level. The FAST Bridge, which provides additional intermediary data points for individualized attention. The investment in curriculum specialists and interventionists to support that tailored approach, supported by the building leadership teams. Our teachers, whose professional expertise makes every student achievement possible. The superintendent and the school principals, who ensure we remain on track for target goals. And of course, the Board of Education, because they provide the right resources and they have the tracking mechanism for those metrics. So yes, it's a challenge, but with that we have opportunities, and that's what I'm choosing to accentuate tonight. We can stay in the negative, but I choose for the affirmative.
So it's hard